Do you think that Kyrie is worth all of this drama?
No, he's not. He's not worth it at all. A matter of fact, let me say this straight up and down. I think Kyrie Irving should retire. I think he should announce his retirement today. Clearly, you don't want to play basketball bad enough. Now, you might still want to get the $33.4 million, obviously devoid of some of the docked pay you'll receive because you haven't complied with safety protocol measures, and as a result, the league is going to determine when you come back instead of yourself, or taking personal leave and obviously forfeiting game checks or whatever the case may be. But still in all, at the end of the day, you know what, you're still going to get, in excess of $20 million at the very least, even though you're on the books for $33.4 million this year. Kyrie Irving has not prioritized basketball. I'm not saying he doesn't want to play altogether. I'm saying he hasn't prioritized it. And how fair is that to the Brooklyn Nets? How fair is that to Sean Marks? How fair is that to Steve Nash, a coach that he endorsed bringing on board, a coach that he wanted, a coach that he fully supported? How fair is that to his brother, Kevin Durant? Now, we can sit up there and say what we want about Kevin Durant, temperamental and all this stuff. This brother is a superstar and answers the call the way superstars are supposed to answer the call. Whenever he can play, he does play. That's who Kevin Durant is. He loves playing the game of basketball. He can play it for a lot of money because he's so great he commands it, or he'd play for free. But he'll play anywhere because that's who he is. Kyrie Irving clearly is not interested in doing that, and that's the problem. So guess what? Go ahead and retire. Go ahead and retire until you know that you're committed to playing. And the reason why I seemed a bit perturbed and a bit disgusted by all of this is because Kyrie Irving, this is what's going on right now. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in this world over the last few months, as we all know. Social justice issues and beyond, and we get that. And Kyrie Irving's heart is in the right place. He wants to do a lot of things for the community. He wants to do things to uplift the community, to address some of the concerns, the things that have ravaged our communities for many, many years. He wants to do all of that. In that regard, his heart is in the right place. He's philanthropic. He's very charitable with his time, with his donations, and things of that nature. Just the other day, we saw him on the phone with some congressional figure. I don't know who it was. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. But clearly trying to address some of the concerns that are ailing our society and our community. We understand that. Here's the problem that I have. He acts like he can't chew gum and walk at the same time. You can do that after you fulfill your duties or in the midst of fulfilling your duties. Just because you want to do all of those other things does not mean that you can't show up to work. Kyrie is not good. He is sensational. He is box office. To watch you walk through the turnstiles and pay your hard-earned money to see the kind of show that this brother can put on any given night. And what you're saying, Max, in a roundabout way that I'm going to say more directly, knowing he has box office appeal, knowing he has greatness in him, and now a championship pedigree with a championship roster, he doesn't seem to care. He doesn't seem to care enough about his teammates. He doesn't seem to care enough about the organization. He doesn't seem to care enough about the game of basketball, the NBA brand. He doesn't seem to care about the fans who are starving to see him perform, because just because you get to see the greatness of LeBron and Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook and all of these brothers doesn't take away from your desire, your zest to see the greatness of Kyrie Irving. He's that special.
One thing,
and he's not. And by the way, he's not a bad guy. His heart is in the right place.